Hey guys, welcome to the Music Roundtable with your hosts, Lyle, Vicki, Kim, and Clint, where we discuss our opinions and experiences across many varieties of music. The music we love and maybe we don't. So sit back, grab a coffee or something harder, and get into the groove with the Music Roundtable. So to continue with the fact that Clint goes to way too many concerts, today we get to talk about Colin James.
Is there really such thing as too many concerts?
I don't think so, but there's too many in 1 month.
That's true.
Too many in 1 month.
In this particular situation, I went to a concert on Monday. I went to another concert on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm just going to say we.
Yes, we. Sorry.
I was there. Yes, like,
Sorry. Yeah.
You forgot I was there already? Wow.
This particular concert was actually my birthday present.
Yes,
I finally got to have my birthday present. You gave me the birthday present. Is I finally got to see Colin James, artist I've liked for a long time, but for whatever reason, I never got to see him in concert prior to this.
We never made it happen.
Also, it actually made our first time in the Orpheum Theatre in Vancouver.
Very unexpected, I have to say. So I've been obviously in the Commodore, and we've been in, what's the other one?
Vogue.
The Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't know what to expect walking into the Orpheum, and I jaw when I walked in. I was like, this place is freaking gorgeous.
Yes. It is.
Amazing
It's a beautiful venue.
stuff. Like, you would not think walking through that door off of that street that
Right?
the Orpheum is stinking amazing and confusing. And what happened, Clint?
Okay, so
Mr.
I'll say, yeah,
I know where I
confusing.
was.
what's going on? When you get, obviously you have a tickets, and they usually tell you a section, a row, and a seat.
Yeah.
Okay. They also have an area on the ticket, which I didn't notice at the time.
No.
I am used to most of my tickets, unfortunately, being up in the nosebleed section.
Right.
So without thinking about it,
Or looking at his ticket.
Okay.
we got to the venue, and we're probably upstairs, row 24. Okay, so up. First flight's there, second flight's there. I went all the way to the top,
Yeah.
trying to find our seats, and then I get up there and I can't find our seats.
So then I had to come flight of stairs.
So then I had to come down a flight and talk to the attendant that's there, Usher that's there.
He laughed at us.
And showed him my ticket, and he's like,
"No, you're downstairs.
No, you're in the orchestra."
Well, because he goes to you. You're downstairs. You go, okay, so one more flight. He's like, no, all the way back down. And we're like, I just looked at Clint. I was like, are you motherfucking kidding me? We just climbed all these effing, because you also have to climb the stairs to go to the bathroom in this place. So it's like up the stairs to the bathroom, then up the stairs one more time. And we're like, okay, so then up the stairs one more time. And I'm like, is this where we're supposed to be? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So, obviously, no, you got to go downstairs. And I didn't notice. I couldn't see it on my ticket until he points it out. And it's like, oh, yeah, it says orchestra.
Yeah, that would be downstairs.
Yeah, that was downstairs.
Yes, which I didn't know at the time. But
which was amazing.
So you thought you bought balcony tickets.
Yeah.
So that's why you headed upstairs. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, because you see the layout of the tickets, and I know I was to the back. And whenever I think I'm to the back, I just figure I'm to the back up.
Gotcha.
So without thinking about it, I go upstairs, and Kim was not happy about having to climb all those stairs to find out. Going, I screwed
But
up.
you didn't have to
We
climb
gotta
those
go
stairs.
all the way downstairs.
I mean, it wasn't bad. I'll have to say the stairs, compared to a lot of other stairs, were built properly, so you're not hurting your knees. Like, you know those stairs that I'm talking about, where you're like stepping funny. These are like perfect stairs. So I was like, they're fine, they're great. It's just we went way out of our way for no reason. And we're almost late because it was like 5 minutes. You have 3 minutes, and I'm just like, Jesus. Okay, where are we sitting? Because you're not used to that, even at the regular places, right? Like at the Rogers Arena, all that kind of stuff. They don't give you 5-minute warnings.
No,
this place does, and we're just like, panic now. Okay, we're panicking now. Show the lady. I think she's like, I think you're over here. She's like, let me just take the flashlight. Let's go find it.
Okay, that was hilarious in its own fact. So there's the usher, and because the show's about to start, they're closing the doors.
Yeah.
And so, okay, I'll show you where to go. So she's going to get her flashlight. She goes to open the door. Well, the strap to her flashlight caught on the door. So now she's stuck on the door.
And so her flashlight wouldn't work. And we're just like,
so
we're not meant to sit down.
It took us 30 seconds just to actually start moving to go to our seats, which lucky enough, we're like literally
right
like
Yeah.
you know, you walk in and our seats are pretty much right there.
Yeah,
But
it was a good spot. But it was so
just
funny.
a comedy fair.
That was awesome.
Lucky enough, because I was really upset because, you know, I didn't know there was an opening band. I'm like, oh my God, Colin's coming on. I got to see this. There was an opening band. Or,
There was an opening.
actually, an opening artist.
Yes, artist.
Because she was
Yeah.
she was on there. It was just her and her guitar.
And she was amazing.
and she was hilarious.
Yeah, she was funny.
And she was another one that you could see at the merch booth.
Oh,
and she was
of
from
course.
Hamilton.
She's from Hamilton.
Ontario. Yeah. Another Canadian.
Okay, there was an awesome joke that she made because she's recently been nominated for a Juno.
Yes.
And she got the nomination while she was on
This is Tara Lightfoot you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Tara Lightfoot, yeah. So
Good
while
job.
she
His notes.
She's reading.
I made notes, people.
I'm shocked.
So on the day that she got the nomination, they happened to be playing, I can't pronounce this, Kappa-Casing, Ontario. And that, which most people, if you don't know it, it's a really small town in Ontario. But she's like, I must have made it big because here I am, a Juno nomination, and I'm playing Kappa's Casing.
Yeah.
It really stuck out. It's stupid things in my brain. I thought it was hilarious. She mentioned the place, and I'm going, that's where Jeff O'Neill from the Seafox is from.
It was interesting though because her last name is Lightfoot.
Yeah.
So she's talking about her family, and she's like, "Yeah, I have women in my family who are musicians, and I'm carrying on with that." And and then you go. My name Lightfoot though comes from my grandfather on my paternal side. Everybody's like, "Is it Gordon Lightfoot?" And no, it's not
Yeah.
Gordon Lightfoot. So she just
That was my
it
first thought,
so
too.
funny, so funny. So yeah, no, not Gordon Lightfoot, but no, she was really good.
Yeah, she was really good. She was engaging in the audience quite well. And she had her one song, Cross Border Lovers.
Yeah.
So she goes to set up this thing. So she's like, in the chorus, I'm going to say Cross Border Lovers twice. Don't clap. But then when I do the post chorus,
Yeah.
I'm going to say it and then clap 4 times. So like she's trying to get the audience involved. So obviously she starts to play the song. She does it. Obviously the first time people fail miserably and stuff.
Well, it was like somebody in the
Always.
front, and she just like looked at them. She's like, "Really?"
I said no clapping.
I said, "No clapping," and then we got it. Yeah.
But then eventually, it she got through the song. Obviously, chorus comes and goes and comes back again. And eventually, before the song ended, we actually, as an audience, got it correct. So it was really amazing. And I loved the way she was engaging with the audience and stuff like this. Like she had
a good stage presence.
She had a great stage presence. She, like I said, she connected with people. She was hilarious. I can't remember what I was going to say about it.
She could actually play and sing.
She could play and sing. Yeah, like that was what was cool is she was up there and it was just her and a guitar. So like you would notice it or whatever. In certain parts of the songs, like she's just doing power chords or whatever, but she could still do, actual playing of the guitar as well. But like, during her rhythm parts, she would do power chords while she did the singing, which she did a phenomenal job as well. And it was actually just kind of great to see. One thing for people who don't know, Colin James is more of a blues guitarist or whatever, and then she's got more of a kind of a folk sound.
I would say, yeah.
But they
I'm gonna have
complemented.
to check her out then.
She was really good. It was kind of almost like country-esque too, like country blues.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it was actually kind of interesting because obviously I was looking up certain notes, and because I have the latest Colin James album, as I was going through my liner notes, she actually helped co-write at least one of his songs. She didn't perform on the song, but she helped co-write it.
He sang it.
And he sang that particular song in the show. I could go further into the show part, but I'll wait till we're talking about actually Colin, I guess.
Okay, we'll talk about Colin. Are you done with her?
I don't know. I can't remember.
We can always come back with her anyways. So I think he came on, it was like 20 minutes after her, so it didn't take long for them to set up. And I have to say, so he's, what did we say, 60 years old?
Yeah, I looked it up. He's 60
He's in great
years
shape
old.
for a 60-year-old man. But the women in this venue were going ape shit over Colin James. Like I was like waiting for panties to be thrown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, wow, guys, chill out.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
I mean,
Before we go too far into that, is now obviously I'm older and stuff like this. This is a hard thing for me because like obviously I've known Colin James.
we've been listening to him since we're like 18.
Okay, I can't say I blame them.
I know he's a good-looking man.
He's still
I'm
a
not
good-looking
saying,
man.
Like,
Yeah.
just
Okay, so I've listened to Colin James since the 80s and stuff. And even then, he's older than me and stuff like this. But when he first came out, he was just like a young, fresh,
Yes, he was.
He looked
fresh
like a baby face.
like just it looks like a little kid.
Yeah.
So I know he's older. I know he's got the gray hair. I know everything like this. But in my mind, he's still just this kid.
Yep.
He wasn't
Yeah.
expecting all the geriatrics in the audience.
And obviously we went to that's where I'm getting
Seriously.
to is you were looking around and it's like, when did we join the geriatric crowd?
Oh my.
Like,
there was a lot of people, I would say, in our age group and even some younger, but there was
well, there was some.
quite a
There was
few.
actually a few kids there too.
Yeah.
But there was a lot that were.
But that's why I said,
older.
like, if you look at it, when we were 18, they may have been 28 or 38 when they were listening to Colin
Yeah.
James. So now you take it this many years later, they're going to be the ones with a walker or a cane.
Yeah.
And
Which we
silver
did see.
hair. Yeah, we did see that. But then, like, you did see.
Because we'll
the
be
other
doing that too
ages.
when
We
we're.
will, hell yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, we're just looking at our future. It's okay. It's
right.
okay. And they were still dancing the aisles. They were like, the one lady beside us got up and tried to dance and she fell over because she was drunk. So like that was some of the women that were hooting and hollering for Colin James.
She actually disappeared. Like
yeah,
she,
we were like
she-
kind of worried. We're like,
She got up and was struggling
yeah,
to get up, and she got up and then
never came back.
she went out. Okay, maybe getting another beer or whatever. Never saw her again for the
Nope.
rest of the show. Her friend was still sitting.
Yeah,
Beside
I think
us.
she was trying to get everybody to stand up around and dance, and people want to just like enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
There's
And
certain
enjoy,
songs
yeah.
I can see. Oh, now we got the backup noise. So, getting up and dancing and singing to certain songs like Voodoo Thing and stuff like that, right? Which we did, but I think she wanted to be up for the whole thing. We're like, it's not that kind of concert.
No, it's
love.
not that
Sit your
kind of
ass
concept.
down.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So he opened or he started his. I don't remember which one did he start with.
I think I have a set list.
It was
all right,
good
my notes are in here.
One of the hits.
It was actually interesting because he came out because I always complain about people sitting on bar stools and playing
Yeah.
songs. Now it depends on the level of your music, and so if it's blues music, so you would almost kind of expect that. So that is how he came out. Is he was sitting on a stool and it was when he came out, it was just him on his guitar playing a song. Which was cool, but eventually the stool went away, and
Yeah, it became a rockin'
not
rock
only
fest.
like I'm getting ahead of myself, but not only did he go and do that, there is an actual point, and I think Kim tried to get a picture of it.
I did get a picture of it.
Is he came out into the audience, so he's like
With his
20
guitar.
feet. He's like 20 feet from us in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was watching the guy on stage and he had his flashlight and he was showing Colin the stairs. I was like, oh my God, he's coming down. He's coming down. I was like, Clint. So I was like, I got my camera out and I'm like waiting because he's like, you could see him like playing in front of all the guys in the front and then coming up the thing, coming up further. I was like, oh my God, he's almost here. That was good because you don't see that often.
No.
No. So that was a nice treat.
Happened. Didn't when we saw Vicki and I saw David Copperfield, didn't he come out into the audience?
Probably. He usually did something like that,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Doesn't happen
all
very
of a sudden
often.
just
Yeah.
like, wait a second.
Not often, though,
I was
right?
going to say something
Yeah.
we were talking outside of there, but Rob Zombie did that in the Pacific Coliseum.
Oh, okay.
And he went like he didn't just go like this
No,
little
he went
area
right in the middle.
He like almost like the lower bowl, the Reds or whatever. He almost went the whole section,
Yeah.
just kind of staying around the perimeter. But he did the whole
Yeah.
section at one time. Sorry,
It
different
just
concert.
doesn't happen very often.
No, it
That's
doesn't.
No, it
what I'm saying.
doesn't.
It doesn't. It's not.
They'll either go to
not
another
normal.
stage or
Yeah, going into the crowd is not
Yeah,
safe,
no.
I was
right?
going
No.
to say, and if they do, they've got like a mob of security
yeah.
guys
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
them too.
100%. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So, what song was it? Do you remember?
I don't know. I didn't get.
You didn't get to that part.
No, I wrote the notes. Doesn't mean I can find the notes.
well,
It was one of
is
the
it
new,
National
or-
Steel?
no,
Is that
No,
what you
it
got?
was.
No?
Wasn't it one of his ones from like Voodoo Thing area? Wasn't it one of those?
Let's.
Anyways, that's okay. Anyways, so he played stuff from his new album. What I liked about how he brought things up is he was definitely being a storyteller. And
I love that when artists do that. Yeah.
so much nicer to hear that kind of thing than just go into another song. So he would be like, oh, we're going back to 1986. And then he would kind of give a little snippet about what was going on in his career at that point. What was he saying about, he was staying in a hotel downtown, living in a hotel downtown, and he would go across the street to a certain restaurant.
He was buying beer on credit because he didn't have the money at that. He was buying,
but he was being played on the radio, and he was it was hitting, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you even mentioned the lady that worked there that would always, give him his beer, and he would that's where he would eat, and then he would go back to his little hotel, shady hotel, and then, yeah, it was interesting to hear those kind of stories. Obviously,
Beer on credit. Honestly, I'm on the radio. I swear.
I swear I'll have many. He said that it was great to be back home and in that venue because he always forgets how amazing the Orpheum is.
Nice.
So that was nice to hear.
Well, because, for those who don't know, obviously, it's along Granville or whatever. You've got literally the Commodore, Orpheum, and the Vogue. So 3 main venues are right there. I actually have a CD of Colin James where he did a live show from the Commodore. And that, so he loves coming home to play that because he actually lives. It says in Vancouver, but I believe you said he was in Maple Ridge.
Yeah, Maple Ridge. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was one of the things I thought. How cool is that? You come, you play a show, you play your gig like you always do, and at the end of this show, he gets to go home and sleep in his own bed.
Sorry, hold on. This is what I get.
Full malfunction.
No, I was looking for a picture and it went to videos.
Oh, okay.
Whoops.
There we go.
It's all good.
Sorry,
now.
you were saying he gets to play his concert and then go home to his own bed.
Like last
Yeah.
night, because he's actually in hometown or
Yeah.
whatever, so he gets to play hometown crowd. But at the end of the show, he gets to go home and sleep in his own bed. No sleeping in a hotel. No.
Yeah.
Because this is the end of the tour, right? Wasn't it?
I don't know if this is the end of the tour, but I'm definitely.
I don't know if I was him, I'd try to make this the last show of the
Well,
day.
exactly. Yeah.
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 That way you can, just go to
It
bed.
could have
Just go
been
to bed.
because on that one tour shirt, it had dates, but it only had like February dates to a point, and then it was like, the kind of to be determined. So I didn't buy that shirt. I did buy a shirt though.
Of course you did.
Of course you did.
Of course you did.
I was trying.
Coming from the person who's like, buy merch.
I'm trying to be good. I did good on the Apocalyptica tour. I did buy the Childish shirt. I didn't want the same shirt because we've done that before. We both have the same shirt.
It makes laundry a nightmare.
It makes laundry a nightmare.
I can imagine.
On Apocalyptica, I almost bought a bowstring, but I didn't buy any merch for myself. I did buy for the child. On this one, they had a couple shirts there. The one, like I usually like to get tour date shirts, but because Vancouver date wasn't on there, I didn't really need it, and they were out of extra large because I'm a bigger guy. But they had another one, and Kim thought it was hilarious because
I was like, get that one, get that one.
on the front it says, "I just came back," and then on the back is
To say goodbye.
To say goodbye.
That's one of his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it,
And
I like
cute.
that.
I was like,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I got that. I also bought a pick pack.
I don't know why he bought
okay.
a pick pack. I was like, do we need a pick pack? What do you get a pick
And
pack
somebody
for?
else wanted a tote bag.
I never get any merch ever. So you can't
Don't even go there. Yeah.
That's right. Like that's my one merch in like probably 30 years.
I know.
So
I know. No, I'm just saying somebody because we also like
it sounded accusatory. Just saying.
It did. It very much did. Yeah.
So I got to carry my T-shirt and picks in
In
Kim's
the
bag.
tote bag. See, I shared. It wasn't just for me. It was
That's
usable. Yeah. Huh. I don't know what I'm
She
gonna
did you a
use it for.
favor.
That's right. I just was being good for the environment. I bought a reusable bag, and it was cheaper than the pick pack.
Was it?
Yes, it was. Didn't you say the pick pack was 25? The
Yes.
tote was 20.
Oh, yes, and that was
I'm a cheap date. See?
that makes sense because it was $90, so $45 for the shirt, $25 for the picks.
Yeah.
But the picks came in a nice little.
That's something I would
They're
get.
just so
I know.
cute.
They're so cute. Well, because I saw them and I was like, oh, a pick thing. I was like, are those used picks? He's like, no. I was like, oh, then. And then he bought them and I was like, why would you? I would have rather had ones that he had played
That
on
actually
stage.
used, yeah.
But yeah, okay. It's fine. Anyways, music. What do you think?
I enjoyed it.
It was really good.
I really enjoyed it. It was okay, once again, it's a blues sound, so it's really kind of different than some of the other things that I would go to or people would think I go to. But you're going in here, he's got obviously he's there. He's got a bass player. He's got 2 saxophones
And harmonica player.
The bass player also played
Yeah.
the harmonica.
Yeah.
You had a guy on keyboard on keys, which is actually more of like an organ sound, and then his other guitarist who has been with him for 12, 13 years.
14. And did you say drummer?
And drummer.
And drummer,
yeah.
It's a big band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds
would be.
it.
Yeah.
And it's cool is he gave props to all the members various times.
Oh yeah,
Like-
many times. He
like-
kept introducing them and saying stuff about them, and like, yeah.
and they each kind of had their own little solos at different points and stuff. The
Yeah.
harmonica guy was brilliant, and it was neat because he had 2 harmonicas because one was literally on a mic stand, so he's still playing his bass, and then he would come up and just do the harmonica while still playing the bass. There is another song where he actually came up just playing harmonica in his hand and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is it's just really cool sounds. You would appreciate this fact. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Is he almost every song kept changing his guitar?
He kept
Like,
changing out his
wow.
guitar.
Almost every time. Like there's the longest I saw him with the same guitar was there's 3 songs where he had the same guitar, but usually it was he would play it and then switch out for the next one, switch out for the next one, and doesn't mean he had like unlimited guitars. Like the same guitars would come back out, but I think they just kind of make sure it's still back in tune.
Still in tune, yeah, because
And
I think he plays Fenders, so they don't have a locking system, so they don't stay in tune. And the way he plays,
Yeah, he plays really well.
yeah,
Yeah.
and if they're doing a lot of bends and stuff like that, and he picks
Yeah.
hard, then
Yeah.
it'll go out of tune quite a bit. So
Oh,
that's
I just
why he's
noticed they
always.
kept on switching. I was like, I don't know why.
That's probably why he switched so much.
Okay, that
That's
makes
why-
more
I
sense.
never would have thought of that.
No, I was like, maybe he just wants to play certain ones for certain songs. Like, I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
I knew,
right.
no, I knew
This
it
one
was
sounds
about the
slightly different
tuning
from
thing,
this
but you,
one, and-
you would
Yeah.
appreciate the
No.
fact of just watching the guitar changes on it.
Yeah.
It was cool to use the setup is kind of like almost old school kind of blues setup. So he's got like he actually did have like a view screen in behind. So like when he did Voodoo Thing and stuff like this, and that
Oh
actually
yeah, it said voodoo. Voodoo thing.
Voodoo Thing comes up on the back of the screen behind them. But they had these I want to call them like
Lights?
sun lamps
Flashlights
or whatever.
because it was what was the name of the thing? It was something about the sun.
Right,
The name of the album. They would flash when he was singing. It would just
Really?
like all of a sudden come up and flash. It was it was interesting. Yeah. And then they had like red lights and different lights. Like the lighting was definitely jazz, I would say, based, because when you look at like a jazz movie or something like that, it's very dark in there, and then they have all those colors.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's where kind of the blues kind of come from. Like everything that we, whether people admit it or not, everything that we kind of listen to at some point in time comes
Was the
from jazz and blues.
Yeah.
So it definitely has that influence into it, and it just like obviously. I'm probably the wrong person to kind of go in and talk about the show because this is one that I wanted to go see. Like I love it because like this is what I wanted to go see, and
Well, it's hard to talk about a show that,
You're close to.
well, you really want to see.
Yeah. Well, because you want him
They-
to play all the hits, and he did. And
Yeah.
then he also played stuff of the new stuff, which we also knew. But then he played stuff that we didn't know at all, but it was still good.
Yeah, I was
So
just looking up
that's
this.
where-
There's a bunch of covers and stuff
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably his influences as well.
Yeah. Well, there's one that he's the
Yeah.
only person that's covered this guy. What's his name? I can't remember.
I had it written down. John Hammond.
Yeah.
John Hammond.
So, and he's really close to him. And then he said they just spoke with his wife and him the other day or something. And
Or John Hammond Jr. Because I just
Oh,
remember
was it
looking that up because his dad was home, so he goes by John
okay.
Hammond Jr.
yeah. So that was one of the songs he covered, and he
Yeah, and it's
is
on
like a
it's
mentor.
on the new album.
Yeah.
Because when I was looking at it, one of the people that he also mentions on here, and he collaborates actually a lot with him in his writing style, is Tom Wilson, formerly of Junk House.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like he Blackie and the Rodeo
Is
Kings.
that what it was called?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what you're. But I know him from Junk House or whatever.
Because they did a collaboration on a song, and he told the story. This is what I really liked about it. He told the story. So he said that he was working on this with him, the song. He came home to see his family, and then he played it for his family, what was there. And they're like, well, your daughter's getting married tomorrow. You should play this at her wedding. He's like, I'm not ready. I'm just starting to learn it. But he did. He played it at his daughter's wedding, and it's a beautiful song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, there was one thing so there's a song called Protection that when he sang, he actually got on the album cut, he got to sing with Lucinda Williams on this song. Obviously, he didn't have any female artists on stage for background vocals, but in this instance, when he did sing this song, he actually brought the opening act up on stage.
That's cool.
Yeah,
and
she was good.
She sang
At that part.
Lucinda's part on it or whatever, but she came up on stage. So it was kind of really cool. Like, she was the opening act, but then she also became part of the show.
And they also have a collaboration together,
And then,
too.
that was another thing as I was reading the liner notes on the CD I have. She didn't sing on his album, but she actually helped co-wrote one of the songs on there,
which he played
also,
last night.
he played last night, but he also, once again, co-wrote with Tom Wilson from, I'm going to say
But
Junk
I think
House.
you missed that last night because I had to tell you that song was played that she co-wrote. Because you're like, what? Because you're telling me, there was a song they co-wrote together. I was like, yeah, they played it at the thing. Didn't you hear that? No, because he was just like so like, these songs are so good. You don't pay attention to
So
everything someone
enthralled,
said.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there was one song on there, and once again, going back to the stories, is I don't know if you guys actually heard last year, he was in a car accident. He had actually canceled some tour dates last year.
I didn't know that.
No, because he was in a car accident. So one of the songs that he played last night and is also released is where is it? I'm Still Alive.
Yeah. So you told the
Is
story about that.
sick. That's what he wrote it is after, because he was laid up for 3 months.
3 months? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Laid up for 3 months. So that's the song he wrote from it.
Interesting.
Because I remember hearing about that, and it's like, damn it, because that messes him up coming out to tour and stuff.
Well, because the last time he was here was with the Little Big Band, and I wanted to go that one, but I couldn't get tickets.
Yeah.
Because that's his original band.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to, obviously you want to see them too, right? It's the original collaboration.
Oh, that was the other cool
Well,
thing.
I think I'm going to have to go see him.
So you haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him.
Did you
no.
listen to him back in the day? Yeah.
Well, because his career started when he opened up for Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
So, yeah. I'm a
Do you know
huge
the
fan
story
of-
on that one?
I know he opened up for him in Saskatchewan around early 80s, but that's...
He talked about it briefly last night, I think.
Yeah, it was also something that I was looking up. Is so pretty much what happened is the touring band that Stevie Ray Vaughan had, something fell through with the touring band.
That's right.
And so they invited Colin to come up and play with whatever band he had at that time, and was so impressed that Stevie took him on tour with him. So once again, being a young guy from Saskatchewan, like I know he calls
Right place, right time.
he calls BC home, but he grew up or he was born in Saskatchewan and stuff like this. But obviously,
And what's his last name? I was like, what?
it's Colin James Munn. But
Okay.
Stevie Ray Vaughan heard that.
Yeah.
And the way it comes across on the speakers, the PA systems, it sounds like mud. When you said it, he's like, you got to drop that last name.
I see.
and so
Yeah.
from there, that's
He's
why
Colin
he's
James.
Colin
Colin
James.
James.
Which makes more
Interesting.
sense because I'm like, he's got 2 first names. That's weird. Colin James, right? Like I think of James as like a
okay, I
first
see
name,
what you
right?
mean. Yeah.
So I was like, that is kind of weird. I was like, that actually makes way more sense now because he was actually CJ. Right?
Yeah, and I don't know if it was on the notes that I sent to you guys or whatever. One of the things when I was looking things up is on one of the Queen's visits to Canada, obviously before she passed away, but one of her visits to Canada, he actually got to play for the Queen
For her,
in
yeah.
Saskatchewan.
You did put that in there.
Yeah.
You put that in.
That's
Yeah.
so nice. That would be amazing.
That would have been amazing.
I like blues music,
Yeah.
so I think that's why he appealed.
Oh yeah, because he
me.
also wasn't blues. He was like blues rock.
Right, it was blues rock,
yeah.
yeah. He had that, like, Stevie Ray Vaughan was the same thing. You could, but he was leaning towards the blues more,
Yeah.
but he still had that rock
The rock
influence.
edge,
And then
yeah.
there's the older guitar players like Clapton and all those guys.
Yeah.
It's all blues, Page,
Oh, you
whatever.
would love it.
Yeah.
Like the live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Oh yeah,
amazing.
like he gives a tremendous tribute to it, and then actually, if you watch his career, is the amount of artists that he has worked with. Like one, he's pretty much the blues for the next generation. He's gotten that chance to play with a lot of the old school, old time players, and he kind of takes what he gets from them and brings it forward to
Well,
new
yeah, because
audiences.
there isn't many blues guitar
There's
players.
not.
Like
We
I thought
kinda-
there was a new one with Kenny Wayne Shepherd back in
Yeah.
the day, but yeah, there isn't much.
No.
Well, up here anyway, it might be more in the States where you get the radio play, but
you
not
kind of
up
look
here.
at it like it's kind of like Michael Bublé, right? They're falling into that niche that not many people are in. So you're kind of like old school, but you're pulling in the newer generations.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
So for that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously blues may not be for everybody, but
No.
like I said, on the same token, almost everything you listen to in some form is rooted to the blues and the
Oh,
jazz.
yeah.
So
Wasn't this his 21st album? Isn't that what he said when he came out? Which I was just like shocked. I was like, 21st album?
21.
Holy
wow.
crap.
Well, when you've been around, like I said, early 80s when you opened up for Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah. I
and
just didn't
then-
expect that number
and then
because sometimes
the
it
first
takes
recording,
forever.
right? Which
Yeah.
was what, late 80s?
88.
Yeah.
So, how long ago was that?
88, I probably have it sitting on the shelf over
We do
there.
have it.
Close to.
But
It was close to 40 years ago, right?
But
So
you look at
it's-
some other artists and they don't have that many.
No,
they've been
they
around
don't.
that amount of time, right? So you're just kind of like, holy crap,
Yeah.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
Or there are a lot of albums in that amount of time. And we definitely don't have 21 of his albums.
No, I don't
So
know.
I'm
I
just
don't-
like,
I don't even
wow.
have one. Like,
You need to get
it sounds
something going on Amazon now. And ordering
You-
them?
it sounds silly. It's one of my favorite albums. Like I like the old one or whatever. One of my favorites ones is when he did the 25 live, which was live at the Commodore.
Yeah.
I like that one because it's just that's a piece of history, and that was in our hometown.
Yeah.
So there he is live, and playing hits, playing songs, like just playing everything, and it's got a great vibe. It's a live album. I love live albums. So that, like I said, that's actually one of my favorite albums. I do, like I said, I have the new album. I play it. Unfortunately, to Kim's disadvantage, I play it quite a bit. I was playing it yesterday.
Why is it to my disadvantage? I like Colin James.
Okay, well, I know, but it might not be what you want to listen to.
Favorite.
That's okay. I got to listen to Garth Brooks today, so we're all good. It's like
I thought I heard that when I came
Did
in.
you? I was cleaning, and I like to listen to something upbeat. when I'm
Something
cleaning.
other than all the crap I play.
No,
It's not all
It's not
crap.
crap. Yeah.
what was I going to say? The thing I did notice, which I thought was interesting, is when you compare audiences, there was not that many people recording on their phones, which I was like so happy to see.
Right?
Not because I'm like, just look at it through your damn eyes. Like, put
Yeah.
the fucking phone down. It's distracting me. So I think every once in a while, the ladies in front of us would bring up to take a couple pictures or to take a little snippet of a video, but it wasn't very often. And when you looked out in the sea of people, you didn't see it much of phones. And I was like, this is so nice.
Yeah.
Phones shouldn't be allowed in venues. I'm kind of at that point where like, stop videotaping the whole damn concert. Okay. You
Yeah,
paid
it's
the
not
money
like
to
you're
see
ever
it.
going to watch it again anyway.
You're not. We had that conversation the other day.
I do, though.
Like, I
but
can
how
understand, like,
often?
certain shows you want to record the beginning or something like
Okay,
that. They
sure.
have, like, a video or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I've done that.
Yeah.
But
Certain songs or
certain
whatever,
songs, you just want to hear it, right?
Yeah.
I know when I saw Glass Tiger year and a half ago
Last
now.
year, yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Same thing. No phones
No.
until closer to the end when
Yeah.
more of the hits, I guess,
Yeah.
if you want to call it that.
Well, someone
but
was feeling-
more of the well-known.
Someone was feeling guilty, and she nudged me in the encore. I was like, "Aren't you going to record any of it?"
Because we had a conversation recently about recording in concerts, and I basically said, like, same thing, like, how often do you actually listen to that again or watch that or whatever? I was like, it's kind of a waste, right? And you're missing out on the experience of the concert. And then we're at the concert, and then I started to feel bad because I didn't see him bring out his phone at all, and I was like, he's not taking a picture, he's not taking one video, and he really loves Colin James. We've never seen him before, and I was just like, aren't you just go ahead and
Dude,
do
take
one.
out your
Just do
phone.
it. Yeah.
One, because I'm feeling bad, and you're gonna be upset that you didn't do it, and then, yeah,
I did take a picture when Tara Lightfoot was on stage with him. I did take a picture of the two of them on stage because I thought that was really cool. And then, it bugs me because
It wasn't the
I'm-
whole song.
I'm a purist when I try to record things, so I try to record full songs when
Yeah.
I do it.
Yeah.
And I was trying not to record, so she did give me the nudge. So I got half of a song on the encore. I did start recording the next song out of the encore, but then people ever started standing up, and I just turned it off. So
Yeah.
Well, because that's the other reason. There's people moving all the time. But I was just like, I'm okay with just a snippet. I don't think you need to record a whole song or 10 songs, the whole concert. That's where it gets annoying.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see. Like, no phones.
Yeah.
Just sit
We
back,
need
relax,
more of
enjoy
that.
it.
well,
Yeah.
and that was it.
But you
It-
can't enjoy it because you're always like, what song's next? So I got to hit record. I got to do
Yeah.
this. I got to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Unless you see something, you want to take a picture of it.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
sure.
on-
like
on-
him coming into the crowd. I
Yeah.
was like fumbling.
Yeah, take a photo of that. Definitely, right? Yeah.
on the ones that I usually record, it all depends on the venue that I'm at, because I try to do it in such a way where I can hold the phone, but I can actually, like, I'm not looking at my phone.
Yeah, looking at it through your phone.
Yeah,
kind of
like
thing,
I'm kind of like the phone's held down below me, and I'm still watching the show. It just happens that there's a phone doing, recording the same thing.
Orpheum's
Yeah.
not great for that. Because the
that
one
one
was
was-
staggered in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, the people were staggered. It was nice. Like, actually, the Queen E was a little more difficult because people started
Yeah.
standing up or whatever. But yeah, like, I do like recording them just so all of a sudden, like, I know a lot of people don't go back and listen, but there is that time you can kind of, I went to the show and like listen,
Yeah.
and share it that way. And that's where I played you guys Apocalyptica earlier today.
Like 3 months from now, it's gonna be Nowheresville. That's where I kind of go.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point, right? If you're gonna do something,
I
with
still
it-
watch the recording I made of Nickelback and burn it to the ground, though.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If you're gonna have it out, right? If you're gonna use it, or if you're gonna post it, like say on social media, then it's there forever for you to use, right? And
Yeah.
You just delete it. 'Cause it just takes up a lot of space, right?
Well, that's why a bunch of mine.
Well, you've
was-
already seen my recordings.
I know. Yeah.
That's where
I think everybody
like
does.
one, my older phones sucked. So you go to record it and you're like, oh, this is great. And you get home and it's just,
Yeah.
it's all
Well, that's a
distorted
long-
and
that's
stuff.
happened to me
long
too,
time
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This phone is not so bad, but the battery drains so fast. So it's like, I got 3 songs and battery's dead.
Yeah.
Time for a new phone.
Yeah, it is. Time to.
But
I know. Well, because he doesn't move anything off either. So then you just he's like, I'm almost out of room. I was like, that's because you have how many videos from how many concerts on your phone that you don't watch,
I also have my CD collection on there.
and your CD
Well,
collection. yeah.
okay.
You could
well,
download them and get them off the phone, and then you don't have to
Well,
worry about it.
I've done that with the previous concert. I haven't done it with these ones because I only got the concert yesterday. But I've done that on the previous ones. Is I've removed them from my phone and put them on my little external hard drive. So those ones are gone. These ones are still here. I actually have to rebuild my CD collection back on there because at Christmas time I put Christmas music on for her, so I took all my
okay.
stuff on. So I'm actually
My fault, apparently.
yes, always.
so I'm missing a lot of the music I normally have on my phone. So I have to build that back up.
So overall,
Amazing.
I
would totally go
recommend
see him
it, like,
again.
For
100%.
anybody who loves that style of music, by all means, go. Great Canadian kid, amazing
Kid.
show. See, he'll always be kid.
Yeah.
He'll always
Yeah.
be
Kid, that's all there is
he's
to
older
it.
than
Even
me,
though he's
but-
older than you.
He's older than me, but he'll always be great Canadian kid.
He
And
received a gold record for sales in Canada.
and for people who
Nice.
don't care for it, I highly recommend you check it out. And because his music is an interesting style, because it does cross so many genres
yeah,
with what he plays.
Well, and just the fact that
Yeah.
he has like a brass band with him, or parts of a brass band, like that's always good.
yes,
Always good.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and it's just a presence of it. Like, that whole stage presence was amazing. He played the crowd, which we love. He told stories, which is another great part about being a musician. You should be a storyteller, and that shows in his songs and in the way he spoke.
Yeah.
It's just a great show.
yep,
Well,
and simple.
and that was one of the things is like we're talking stage presence. Like in our situation, we were in the orchestra circle, so he came out to where we were. But when he was on stage, he would come out to the front of the stage, but he would also perform and play to the balcony.
Yeah.
So he would actually like point out to the people up in the balcony and actually get them engaged. And like that's just it. Any artist that actually gets out there and engages with the audience.
yeah,
I think this was even with the opening act, the girl, when she says like, "I've got a heckler," because
Oh, yeah. I've already got, like 2 minutes in, and I've already got a heckler.
Yeah.
but yeah, anytime you can get out there and engage. in your audience.
Did you see all the ladies dancing along the side? Like the
Yes.
one lady in a
Well-
red dress, and she's just like, I don't know. They're just all
That's
dancing.
awesome though. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
that's the way
I
it
thought
should
it was
be,
funny
though.
because it started with the girl in the red dress, and all of a sudden, I don't know if you noticed, halfway through the show, all of a sudden, like it's like she carbon copied because there was the girl in the pink dress that was now
Yeah.
beside her.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people.
But that's the way it
standing
should be,
dancing.
though, right? You're just
Yeah.
enjoying the music, whatever
Out for a good
you
night.
get inspired to do during the show. Then
Yeah.
I'm
Go
actually
ahead.
surprised that they allowed people to stand up and dance at the Orpheum.
They
They
went
were
off
off to
onto
the
the
side.
sides.
They got out of their seat and went into like the aisleway, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Is
what I
that-
mean, like being able to do that in the aisles. But that's cool.
Is it
Glad
maybe
they
because
let
we're
it.
on the we were where we were, not upstairs? Maybe
I don't know.
because I would assume up you probably couldn't because it's like dangerous.
Don't know.
That was another thing.
But
Is
that's good.
Playing at the
It was
Orpheum was
good.
awesome. Like that is a gorgeous venue.
Yeah.
And obviously it's old and stuff like this, but it's just there's just something about the
But it
look
was-
But that's
and
what
feel.
makes it what
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Like I was just like all the red carpet and then like all the like velvety chairs that are high back, like the look you're like in the palace, and then right down to the frickin' water fountain. I wish I took a picture of the water fountain. That water fountain was gorgeous. Like,
the venue is just it's so
archways.
old. It's just
yeah.
Well,
And they haven't
it's
all the
changed it, right?
architecture
You know,
inside and
yeah.
everything.
Well,
yeah.
I'll talk. I went to the washroom, and the urinals were like the old
school
school, so they
uniform,
look like half a bathtub and
Yeah.
stuff. Like it was just
Yeah.
really cool.
And who was in the bathroom with you, Clint? Let's talk about that for a moment.
So obviously in the men's bathroom.
Oh wait, sorry. Let's just preempt that. So I said I was going to the bathroom. He didn't tell me he was going to the bathroom, so I came out and couldn't find him. And they were ushering people out of the venue because it was at the end. And I was like, no, I'm waiting for someone. I think he's in the bathroom. I don't know where he is. So, and he was like, I usually take longer because females do
Yeah.
take longer.
Yeah.
So if he went to the bathroom right at the same time as me, he should have been out
I
already.
also had to go down 3
Yes,
flights of stairs.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at the time, so I was just a little bit panicked. I was like, I don't know where he went. I was ready to text or phone him because I was like, I don't know where you are. Anyways, go ahead. Tell your bathroom experience.
Obviously went to the bathroom and I've done it in the bathroom. I go to wash my hand and I look over and washing their hands beside me is a woman. And that
Oh
Oh, they have transgender bathrooms now.
no!
No?
no.
okay,
I was like, did she see you peeing?
like no. Ultimately, she was there to go to the washroom, but sometimes in these venues, the female
lineup is
washroom,
so long.
yeah, female washroom. So she didn't even bother going
She
to
didn't
the
bother
female.
checking or
She didn't
trying.
bother checking the female washroom. She just like
It was empty, by the way. I
screw.
was in there.
I'm gonna go into the men's washroom. So she's washing her hands, and I said something to her and said, "Oh, brave to come into the men's washroom or whatever." And she said, "Oh, it's okay. If anybody questions, I'll just tell them I'm trans." Okay.
Yeah.
To which I eventually proceeded to say, "Well, my daughter's trans." And all of a sudden, she kind of went white
White
face
as-
and, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend."
I don't mean to offend you. Well, I'm offended.
I'm not offending or not offended and stuff like this.
Oh my goodness.
Cool idea, whatever. And then she starts asking me like, "Are you cool?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, my child's happiest she's ever been and stuff, and I'm proud of her for who she is." And she's like, "Oh, you're such a great parent." Her husband's there like trying
That's
to
amazing.
trying to usher, like, "Stop talking to this man. Let's go."
You are in a men's bathroom talking to a stranger.
hilarious.
You need to leave. And still, he wasn't back upstairs yet. And I'm going, where the heck did he go missing? Like, did he leave? I'm all by myself. I don't know
And
where
then
you are.
obviously, yeah, I found you, and we walked out, and then I'm like, "Yeah, the couple, they're right behind us."
Meanwhile, I'm going, well, I'm offended, so it's not okay to be trans unless you need something. I was kidding, by the way. But no, it is something that women do. They will tend to go into a men's washroom because they think it is going to be faster and cleaner. But there's so many bathrooms at this venue, and there was no lineup, and the women's bathroom was not disgusting. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's
no.
just because the venue is good.
That is one thing I saw at the Queenie, not this last time we went, but in December when we
Yeah,
went to
we
the
went to the
Queenie,
ballet.
is they actually turned all the washrooms
Into non-gender.
to gender neutral.
Which was amazing. So it didn't matter. Because, come on, guys.
Yeah.
You're just going to the freaking bathroom. Are you
Yeah.
watching each other pee?
No.
No. You're in a stall. You get out, you wash your hands. You're not seeing each other with your pants down. Why can't all washrooms be like that? Get over yourselves. Soapbox moment.
End of rant. Yeah.
It was a wonderful show. It was amazing.
It was an amazing
100%
show.
recommend.
Once again, yeah, highly recommend. I enjoyed it. I'm surprised you haven't actually seen him yet.
I am surprised. Vic.
Yeah.
No, you've never seen?
No.
Ever
No.
listened to?
Oh, listened, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what do you think about his music that you've heard?
Well, it's all like old stuff. I haven't
Yeah.
heard anything new in
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
Right. No, fair enough.
But yeah, it was
Yeah.
something that I enjoyed at the time.
yeah,
I never turned the station. We'll put it that way.
that's a
Yeah.
good sign.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
listened to it whenever it was on. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, next time he comes back, we'll have to try and go again.
I never turn the station as long as it's Sea Fox.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Go with that.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's good.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Catch you on the B-side.
Thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable. Please like and comment where you listen to the podcast. And make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Until next time.